Hey y'all, welcome back to another cleaning marathon video. This one is actually an organizing marathon. I have compiled a bunch of my previous organizing videos for you guys. It's just under 3 hours of cleaning motivation, organizing motivation. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started.
Every change has a reason.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a compilation of a bunch of 5 to 15 minute organizational projects that I've been working on around my house for the last couple of weeks. I just challenged myself to get them done. I'm super excited to share this with you.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I.
So this little catch-all area in my kitchen, I haven't quite gotten the perfect solution for it. I cleaned this out probably a year or a year and a half ago, but it's just not working for me. So I want to go ahead and hopefully get this taken care of today.
Start living now, 'cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay home.
I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Just wanted to introduce myself really quickly. My name is Christina, as you've probably guessed, and I am married to my high school sweetheart, Aaron. We've been married for 14 years. Together we have 2 daughters, Lexa, who is 4, and Kenzie, who is 2. And we are actually originally from Louisiana, but 5 years ago we moved to Michigan, and so we are making our life here now. I also wanted to remind you guys to give this video a like if you're enjoying it, and comment down below something about the video or just say hi. Both of those things actually really help my channel because it tells YouTube that you're liking it, and it helps to push it out to other people, and it's a really awesome way to help my channel grow and just support my channel. So I really appreciate you guys if you have time to do that today, and thanks again for watching. Let's get on with the video.
Wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
Alright guys, so I have discovered that there is a ton of first aid stuff in here, and this was kind of a first aid drawer, but for me that does not make sense for this to be a first aid drawer. So what I'm doing is I am collecting all the first aid items and throwing them in this bucket, and then also random items from my husband, like little projects he's been doing around the house or I'm doing around the house with command strips and finishing nails, all these little things that should be in our little construction closet. I don't know that some of the stuff in here shouldn't be in here either. And these light bulbs, actually, I have a separate place for those. So I'm gonna reconstruct this drawer as well because there's a lot of stuff in here that just does not make sense. In my opinion, this should be like markers and more of a stationary type drawer, and then our batteries, and not construction items and first aid. I may leave the Band-Aids and stuff in here for now because we have the space back here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave that for now, but then the rest of the stuff I need to go around and find other homes for. Okay, I changed my mind again. I really don't want this drawer to be first aid. I'm just gonna keep it as office supplies because in this house, the office space is in the dining kitchen area. Take all of the first aid stuff out of here and just keep this space like office area stuff. And then have this be the battery drawer and the lighter drawer, which we don't smoke, but this is just for lighting candles and fires outside and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go through these really quickly and pull out anything that needs to go in the other space that I talked about, and then I'll be done in here for today. Want to set this up in the mudroom because I got this at Five Below for $5, so I'm not expecting much out of it. It looks really cheapy, but I just want something to put our shoes on so they look a little more organized when guests come in. So let's go ahead and get started.
Don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this place. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I made this way, but why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only
you watch any of my organizational videos in the past, you know I like to say let the container be the limit. So I like to have this just for our shoes, and that way they don't overflow, because we'll end up usually with shoes over here, shoes over there, and then guests come in and have nowhere to put their shoes. So typically my husband's riding boots, those go in the closet behind this door with all of his like helmet and his big heavy jacket and all of that. And then we like to keep our shoes here. So I want to start training my girls to keep their shoes here. This corner will be empty for guests. And then sometimes my husband and I, this is the door that goes into our garage. So sometimes we'll have our flip-flops here, but beyond that, it'll just be this little section right here. And it looks so cute now that I have a little bit of decor in here as well. Wide angle so you guys can kind of see. I know it kind of makes it look like a fishbowl, but you can see the wall above it has a little decor. So this is the first thing you see when you come into our home. And I think it just makes it look so much more nice and put together. And for $5, you can't beat having this little system. So this closet has been driving me crazy. There's a bunch of junk in here and decorations and stuff. Really been dreading this. I also feel like it's actually probably not gonna take that long, which is why I put it on my list to try to do in the 5 to 15 minute projects. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, y'all can laugh at me. My outfit looks crazy. I had like a light because this closet was so dark, and it made my clothes look super shiny and almost see-through. So, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Like, I'm gonna leave it in here though, and y'all just go ahead and laugh.
To get moving, tired of the way you let me down. You fill me up with broken promises, 'cause you never keep them. I'm so sick of the way you let me down.
All right, so this closet I had kind of made into my YouTube closet with all of my camera gear. Then it started getting decorations. So all the decorations in here need to go down in the basement. It started getting craft project stuff. This, I'll probably go back in there, these corbels, because they need to go in the house. This is more YouTube stuff. I'm probably gonna leave the YouTube stuff in there. Those old frames are kind of messed up. I'm probably gonna end up donating those to Goodwill. And then of course I have all my Vessel Steam Shot stuff in here, and that's gonna go back in there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the shelf with some LA's Totally Awesome, and then I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum.
I don't need to, as long as I don't have to stay with you. You fill me up with broken promises, 'cause you never keep them. I'm so sick of the way you let me down.
So glad that was on the tile and not the carpet, because somebody just kicked it over. Mom life! And it's cold. 2 points for mom life. All right, so I think I'm gonna put the crafts back up there, because me and my girls have been playing crafts, and I know this is kind of like the craft bin. And all of the rest of this is decor. Oh, this is still sticky. I'm gonna have to spray it again. I guess this is gonna go back up there for now.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me.
My husband and I's marriage certificate and one of our wedding photos. And then this, I don't think I'm gonna use anymore. It doesn't go with my decor style anymore. I used to have a red kitchen in my old house, and this was above our table. But I might want to use the frame for something, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it for now.
Just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted to this, can't resist.
All right, y'all, that took no time at all. This is all gonna get carried down to the basement. That is a exercise like pull-up bar is gonna go to the basement. This is going to Goodwill. Give that to Goodwill as well. I need to re-swipe up my spilled coffee because it's still sticky. But other than that, this is all done.
Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.
And the camera gear I'm currently using will just go on these empty spaces in these shelves. And this is kind of like my YouTube closet. So I love how it turned out. I think it looks awesome. I always think I need like an hour or a 2-hour block of time to do any kind of organizing, and then I don't get around to it because I think I need so much time without my kids interrupting to kind of get it done. And really, a lot of these projects really only took 5, 10, or 15 minutes. And maybe this will give you some motivation to get something done around your house, and just know that just get started, you know? Just start on one little area that's been bugging you, and before you know it, it'll all pile up and you'll get a whole lot more done than you ever expected. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I am finally tackling these kitchen drawers that have been driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm talking about these. Every time I move this, you know, that happens. I'm sure you guys can relate. And so you can organize these, but they just look like this again in a day or two. So I have those, and then I have some on the other side that don't have much stuff in them. But let me show you guys what I bought to put in here, some drawer dividers. Super excited about these. I got them on Amazon to hopefully clean this out. I didn't realize that I had to put these together, so let's see if these instructions are easy. And I'm also excited to let you guys know that today's video is in collaboration with Amanda at Mind Your Matters, and she is doing a One Hot Mess May. It's a huge collaboration with a bunch of ladies. All of us are organizing some area in our home. When Amanda contacted me, I immediately told her yes, because we have been chatting on YouTube and Instagram, and she is just so much fun, and I know that you guys are going to find so much value out of this collaboration. So I hope that you will check out the link in the description box below after you watch my video, and I hope you find some new channels to enjoy, watch, and subscribe to.
It's never met under neon bright lights when I see you dancing on the Polaroids. Just wanna have a good time, don't you? It all goes slow, low, low. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know there's a remedy, 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 yeah. Drugs and cigarette smoke, is it the print you wanna leave behind? Get all those cold eyes cold looking, or saying bye, bye, bye. I don't wanna talk before the moment slowly slips away. Get a little dirty, baby, nothing you ain't gonna take, yeah. Fire burning like I do under my tattoos. Just a remedy, 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 yeah. And the way you go, baby, don't you know there's a remedy.
So as I have been organizing organizing in my kitchen. I have been going through and removing all of the old shelf liners, and eventually I'll go and replace them, but right now I'm just cleaning out the drawers. On this particular day, I was using the LA's Totally Awesome multi-purpose cleaner, and then I was just going back with my Dyson vacuum to get up any like chunks of dust and dirt and stuff like that.
Under my tattoos, there's a remedy, and the way you go, baby, don't you know, there's a remedy, yeah, there's a remedy, oh no, darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya, I'm gonna do that, darling Palooza, ain't gonna lose ya.
Okay, so I'm still trying to play around with how I want to do this. These drawers are so deep. Like, seriously, I think stuff's still going to slide. So I would love if I had one going this way, but these are definitely too long. I think it would be cool to have one going this way and have some stuff going there. These ones going vertically would butt up against the one going horizontally. I feel like that would work so much better. So I might look into that, and I think my utensils are going to still slide, but this is much improved so far, and it's going to just take a little tweaking to kind of see how I want everything. I was trying to decide what was the easiest way to stick them in there, but then also make it where, you know, things weren't in their way, but the most common used things were here. These are the items that have not gone back in there yet because they're lesser used items. And I have space in the drawers on the other side of the island. So I'm going to put those together there. Okay, so this is all cluttery? What, you know what I'm saying? And then this is barbecue stuff. All that's in this one is these popsicle sticks. I'm gonna move this somewhere else for crafts. And this is taco stuff. So I basically have like essentially 2 empty drawers. So I'm gonna rearrange everything to see how I can get all this to work better for our family.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that? What am I hearing? It feels like a heart attack.
Okay, we had this from, I'm not sure where these came from, but we've had these forever and we don't need these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the pile for Goodwill.
How could we let love go? How could we move on?
Okay, I feel like I come to this cabinet first all the time. So I'm putting every lesser used items this way. So I'm gonna transfer this to here. These are all my lesser used like cooking things, like avocados things and things for chopping up boiled eggs and, you know, an apple core, all that kind of stuff. But I still reach for that more often than I do these plastics. So I'm gonna move all this stuff to here and then that stuff's gonna go in here.
Tell me now if you want out. What are you saying? Come on and spit it out. I'm about to lose my mind again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible?
this is what it's looking like. I mean, this doesn't look the best. It's a little cluttered looking, but it's gonna keep it from sliding and keep it like in one spot. These are all items I don't use very often, so I won't be going in the store very often. So I don't mind if I have to move something out of the way to grab something from the back, because it's not an everyday thing, if that makes sense. Now this is all of our, plastic stuff. And then this is the barbecue stuff. Now I do have one more of these left, so I'm trying to decide where I want to use that at. But all in all, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I feel so much better already. I've been wanting to do this for years, you guys, and this literally took me less than 20 minutes to do. So that's pretty crazy when you think about it. This is something that's really been driving me crazy. And look how awesome it looks. So I will say that this is the only stuff I didn't put back in there because it all goes somewhere else. And then these are going to Goodwill. Everything else went back in the cabinets, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. All right, so I figured out where I want to use this extra one. This drawer I have a hard time keeping, from everything sliding around. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. I just kind of measured it to see if it would fit, and I think it's going to fit perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do this really quickly, and that's going to really help right here as well.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to go down in the description box below and check out the collaboration, all the other ladies who are doing this. We're actually all going to be posting our videos all throughout this entire week. So some videos already went up yesterday on Sunday, and then they will continue through this Saturday. So it will completely be the entire week. So make sure you guys go in the description box below and check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're not already. So here's just a final overview of how this drawer turned out. It's definitely not perfect, but it's much better. And you can see when I wiggle the drawer back and forth, stuff doesn't move around nearly as easily as it did before. So I am loving these, and I could definitely see more drawer dividers.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is the very first video on a brand new channel, and today I'm going to be taking you guys along as I totally reorganize and make over my entire pantry. Now, I don't have a pantry in my house. I actually just have cabinet space that I utilize. Right now, it is a complete and total disaster, and I need to go through and just completely revamp the whole space. I got a lot of stuff from Dollar Tree that I'm going to be showing you guys. So I got 4 each of these for like my flour and things like that. And then I got these small ones for my kids' snacks. I got 2 different sizes of these locker store bins, and I have 4 of these and 10 of these. Now, I originally wanted to get white, but they are sold out everywhere. I went to 6 different Dollar Trees, but that's okay. My goal is to eventually, over time, replace these with white ones as I find them in the store when I'm shopping. And then what I'll do is I'll just use these in other places in my house where I don't really care about the color. I also got 4 of these. I'm hoping that these will fit tea bags. They look like they would fit like individually wrapped tea bags perfectly, but I'm not certain. If not, I will use them in my closet. So let's hope that these work, because I feel like these would be great for my tea, and I did get 4 of these as well. Couldn't find what I wanted. I went to 6 different stores, but I got some items that are gonna work for now, and then I have some items that I ordered from Amazon, which I'll show you guys. And I'm also gonna go back to the Walmart and look for a couple of more things before I finish this project. But let's go ahead and get started on the very first cabinet. So for the first part of this, I will be focusing on this area right here, this first cabinet. I tend to get overwhelmed with these things, so I want to just go ahead and start with one cabinet at a time and then go from there.
And I am trying so hard to just stay cool. Oh man, I think I might be going crazy. 'Cause all I really, really want is to be with you. And I'm saying we're just friends, but thinking you're my man. And baby, if
you're new here, my name is Christina. I'm a wife of 13 and a half years and a mom to 2 toddler girls, Lexa, who is 3, and Kenzie, who is 1. On this channel, my mission is just to encourage other moms, help you not feel as alone, and just feel like you can get something done today. Just give you that motivation to get up and get going. I know sometimes being a mom can be stressful. Some days you have lots of energy and you feel like you can conquer the world, but other days you literally feel like everything is a struggle. And I have had many of those days having 2 young toddlers myself, so I totally understand it. And I just want to be here for anyone who just needs that little extra motivation to get it all done.
which girl you choose. And no, the thought of her being a private dancer.
Guys, how much room this is going to save me in my cabinet.
Did you? But I'm like, I say that I'm alright, but cry on the inside. I wish you were my man. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around.
So my toddlers still have Halloween candy leftovers. Taking all the chocolate and some of the suckers and putting it in a container for them, and then I'm putting the rest of this in a bag for my husband to take to work so that they can get out of my hair. I don't want them eating like the jawbreakers and things like that anyway, because they're only 1 and 3, but it's just time for it to go.
Yeah, I'm scattered, we're just friends. Just friends. So I stay awake, I don't wanna be dreaming, cause my heart aches when I wake up, it's a sleeping. Why, oh why can't it be you and I? Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine.
So this is all of our stuff for our food saver, and I originally put it in this cabinet, then I realized it definitely does not fit in here. So I ended up taking it back out, but you guys will see throughout this video, I couldn't quite decide how everything was gonna go, and I do want to get cereal containers from Walmart if I can find some that are affordable, since I'm not able to find the dollar ones from a Dollar Tree, which I was really hoping for. But like I said, I went to 6 Dollar Trees and that was my limit.
Now, I will say that sometimes you can go on Dollar Tree's website and buy items in bulk. And some stores will allow you to do site to store, so that means it doesn't cost you any shipping. But unfortunately, all the stores around me that I checked did not have that option, and I was going to have to pay for shipping, which was going to be like over $20 on $40 worth of items. And also with the white buckets, they make you buy a quantity of 36, which is not a huge problem, except that they also give you a multi-pack of white and blue, and they don't specify on the website like if you're getting half and half or if it's mostly blue with a few white. So it was, all of that was a little risky for me, and I just kind of felt like since I was trying to keep this on a budget, it wouldn't really pay. Even though I could use the extra buckets in other places in my house, which I would have done, having to pay the shipping just didn't work for me.
So I'm taking these treats and putting them in the diaper bag, and then there's the candy that needs to go with my husband's work. I just put it in this bucket so my daughters don't come in the kitchen and see that I'm getting rid of it. So I had to hide it in there, but I'm gonna give that to him to put in his truck when he gets home.
Wanna know how it's night after night, night after night, oh, searching after miracles, miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night, night after night.
So for this cabinet, I'm actually just gonna do the bottom shelf and the middle shelf, and I'm waiting to do the top shelf because I'm waiting for the turntables that I ordered to come in from Amazon. Now, I did pull a few things down from this top shelf, but then they ended up not fitting on the bottom, and I had to put them back on the top. So you guys, once all of the turntable and everything comes in, you'll see the top shelf and you'll see the full transformation at that point.
Dreaming big makes me smaller than I wanna be, but I guess I'll get used to being small in a world that's not acting kind. Even if I don't want to, wishing I'd be all alone. I got these demons by my side, flying on the chemicals.
I'm just going ahead and putting my flour and my sugar in here. Now I am going to put labels on all of these, but until then I just cut a little piece off the bag and put it inside the self-rising and the all-purpose flour so that I would know the difference between the two until I get my labels put on them. Once the pantry is completely done, then I will create the labels, and I think they're going to be super cute. I think those are going to add a lot to the space.
What it used to be, not letting go when I want to. Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night.
I ended up having quite a bit of expired items, so not everything on the table did go back into the cabinet. I had a lot of tea in here that I really had been trying to make myself drink for years, but that long tea you see there, that was supposed to be like a good weight loss tea, but I held onto this tea for like 4+ years, hoping that I would drink it, but at the end of the day, it was just really gross and I did not like it. I read something one time that really helped me, and it said, you know, holding on to things that are expired and letting them take up space and clutter your life and your house, it makes you feel better about like not wasting the item, but really the item's still wasted. If it's sitting in your cabinet for 5 years because it tastes gross and you don't want to drink it, and it's 3 years past the expiration, that doesn't change the fact that you already spent that money and technically you already wasted that item because it is expired. So go ahead and release it. I don't know if anyone else has that same issue as me, but I will hold on to things that are expired just because I'm like, I feel bad about spending the money, but the money's already spent. So it doesn't really help things. And all it does is every time you see it, you feel that little pang of guilt. So I'm giving you guys permission today to release those items and let them go.
Last night, I saw your arms around somebody. I never thought it'd be so hard, yeah. Even though I'm the one that broke us apart, yeah. Now I'm seeing her, watching you. Never felt so lonely, babe. I wanna be there next to you. I keep missing us, miss your touch, missing your body, babe. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Come back to me, come back, baby. Can't hide what I feel, just want you to save me. I keep missing us, miss your touch, missing your body, babe. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Can't hide what I feel, just want you to save me. Come back to me.
So at this point, I was still waiting for the items to come in from Amazon, and I wanted to run by Walmart in the meantime. So I will be back in a couple of days to finish part 2 of this.
Baby, I'm sorry for everything. Come back to me. Tell me.
Hey guys, welcome back for part 2 of my pantry clean out. So I'm just showing you guys the items came in that I was waiting on from Amazon, and I'm just putting together this 2-tier tray. It did come in a 2-pack, and my husband had put one together for me, and then I was like, wait, let me put the other one together on camera so I can show everyone how difficult or easy it is to put together. And it was pretty simple. I struggled for a moment, but that's about it. Now I also got another 2-pack of 9-inch single turntables, or Lazy Susans, whatever you want to call them. And then I got this 12-inch one from Walmart. I also got these 2 airtight containers from Walmart. Now they were $10 a piece, well, $9.38 to be exact. It was a bit more than I wanted to spend. I was hoping to find something for around $5 range, They were all that Walmart had at the time. Being that they were airtight, those can get pretty pricey, so I decided to go ahead and just utilize those as an investment in my pantry and purchase them. Now, this cabinet, I was not completely satisfied with how it turned out on day one, so I had a lot of rearranging to do. I was a little overwhelmed by it at the moment. I was trying to decide 100% what I wanted to do, so I decided to go ahead and start on the other area where I was just going to be adding turntables. I knew I had a clear vision for that space, so I wanted to go ahead and get started with that, and thought that maybe I would be able to kind of just get in the groove of organizing and come up with the exact plan for the other space by the time I finish this area.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my
So now it was time to move on to the spices, and to be completely honest with you guys, I was a little intimidated by starting this project because I have a lot of spices, but I will tell you guys that I do cook a lot. So I'm not one of those people who just collect spices and then don't use them. Everything that I have for the most part is used on a regular basis and replaced. So I had a few random specialty spices that have been gifted to me by people or something. A few of those were like old and kind of dried out and lumped together, but beyond that, everything else was going back in the cabinet. First thing, I just wanted to clean this space out and get the old shelf liner out. Eventually I probably will replace those, but for now I'm just wiping it out so that I can have a clean slate to work with. Then I moved on to putting everything on my island, and I just used this bucket to carry it back and forth so I wasn't making 35 trips. And I got it all out where I could see it, and I started to sort the items by what I use the most often. But basically I just wanted to get it all out where I could see it, go through it, organize it, make sure I didn't have anything that was really old that I needed to throw out, and then just kind of put like items together.
just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire.
And by this time I had made a decision about the second cabinet, the middle shelf right there that I was talking about. I had decided to move those items to this drawer, and so I'm really happy with that decision because those items aren't utilized a whole lot and they fit really nicely in this drawer. My biggest goal in my organizational series that I'm doing right now is just to make my house more functional. For me, a big issue is that not everything in my house has like an actual home. It kind of just has a sort of roundabout spot, and that has always caused issues for me with keeping things organized. Typically for me, once something has like an actual home and there's enough space to put it in there and have it be organized, it usually will stay like that. So for me, sometimes it just takes 2 or 3 renditions of trying to organize something to get a system that works for me, but once I figured that out, I'm able to keep it organized. So my goal is just to go through my house a little at a time, and my kitchen is definitely the most troublesome problem area for me because I spend a lot of time in here.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
You guys will see me struggle a little bit here because the items I had initially put on this tray were just too tall, so I had to rework my idea. And I know this probably happens for most of us when we organize, but yeah, I had to just kind of rework my plan. You'll see me do this actually 2 or 3 different times. At one point I try to put in a turntable that won't like fit in there with the items attached, and I drop them everywhere. So I would suggest figuring out how you want to do your turntables, and then if your shelf is like mine where it just fits like barely perfectly in there, I'd probably arrange the items after they're in the cabinet. I know it's just a little difficult with it being so up high, but part of the reason that I really wanted to do these turntables up here is because it is so high, I can actually reach up from the floor, not being on like a step stool or ladder, and just turn it and grab the spice I need. And that was kind of the plan. Now some of these were a little tight, so it took a second to get them out, but there I go, showing you guys how happy I am to not have to use a step stool to reach this. I am 5'4", so I feel like I'm an average person, even though some people would say I'm short. Most girls I know are like 5'2" to 5'4", so I feel like I'm average height for what I'm used to anyway. But these cabinets still just aren't super functional for me without climbing up on the step stool, so that was my whole purpose. Also, with that little space that's behind the 2 doors, like the frame of the cabinet, oh my gosh, it's so much easier just to be able to spin right there. So I'm super excited about these turntables, and I'm really glad that I got those. Now I also had a bunch of baking supplies like vanilla extracts, mint extracts, all that stuff up in this cabinet with my spices, and really it didn't make sense for them to be there, so I had another bucket with baking supplies in the cabinet over by the coffee station next to the fridge, and I just made a second bucket and put all of those baking items in there because all the baking items wouldn't fit in the first one. And I'm just showing you guys how I'm utilizing this space right there behind the bar to be able to easily access stuff. Now this one was a little heavy, which is part of the reason I wanted the 12-inch Walmart Lazy Susan for this one. I'm just giving you guys an overview of how it all turned out. Now, it wasn't quite as Pinterest worthy as I was hoping for, but I really am happy with how it turned out. Like, it looks so much better. It's so much more functional, which was my main goal. And my second goal would be that I wouldn't be embarrassed when people come over and I open a cabinet. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to tackle this complete disaster linen closet in my bathroom and just get it completely organized. Going to be using some Dollar Tree organizational bins that I already had lying around my house. So I'm just showing you guys the before here, and I cannot wait for y'all to see the after. It came out so good. So first I'm just showing you guys these little items that I got from Amazon. I'll have them linked down below if you're interested, but I got this vertical one to hopefully keep my towels kind of in place so they weren't all falling all over each other. And then I got this under shelf wire basket in hopes that I could put like my rags in there and kind of double some of the space that I had. So the first thing I did was just get started with putting them together, and it was actually super simple. I just had to put like one piece on the back of the basket, and then I put a couple of little like rubber footy things to kind of keep it from scratching up the shelves, and you guys will kind of see me do that, but it was really simple and it was pretty quick to assemble.
If only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that
So once I had those items assembled, it was time to go ahead and just remove everything from the closet.
no matter what they say, and we'll shout it out louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down, 'cause you know that we're beautiful, just the way we are.
Just in case you guys are wondering what all these toilet paper rolls are for, my 4-year-old is saving them because she is determined that we are going to build a castle with them. So we've been saving them up for a little while, and I need to go on YouTube and find some type of template to figure out how I'm going to make this castle happen for her. And then I'm just showing you guys that I'm using the LA Totally is Awesome spray from the Dollar Tree that I've diluted in a spray bottle, and I am using that to wipe down the shelves. And then I'm just placing my wire basket and my little divider where I want them to be.
Just the way you are, just the way you came.
It's like a little wobbly and it's not squared up properly. I think it's gonna work okay, but I just kind of wanted to mention that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all of that stuff back in there how it is and get everything so that I don't have all this crazy stuff going on in my bathroom. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here and see how it looks, but I think I'm gonna try rolling these up differently. Just trying to think of, I know in our family, it's whatever we can grab quick and easy is usually the systems that will stay. So if you are how I used to be and you think that, okay, yeah, I can organize my house, but it's never gonna stay that way, just know that really has nothing to do with necessarily your ability to stay organized. It's more like you haven't found a system that works for you, right? So that's kind of what I've been discovering. Now, I think the hand towels are just way too big. So I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more. I'm thinking that I may end up doing something different than I originally thought, but let's see. This is not looking how I envisioned it, so I'm probably gonna change that. But just wanted to show you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this stuff out and this stuff out because some of the cleaners don't need to go in here, some need to go in the other room. And then I'm going to sort through all of this chaos that I have now made in here. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and clean this drawer out as well because this has been driving me nuts, my girl's stuff. And I have a stack of Dollar Tree organizers that I had previously gotten that I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can use any of those in here or in the closet. I'm wondering if there's more shelves somewhere in this house because there's a ton of vertical space in this closet that is not being utilized. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I'll do in here, but also floor space not necessarily being utilized. So we shall see. I just need this closet to be more functional for our family.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go.
Okay, I got my trash bag and I'm just gonna sit down here and sort through this stuff.
I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away.
And then just kind of go through and sort everything. I need to put some of this stuff with my summer stuff because I'm going to be looking for that soon. This is sunscreen for your face, which that will come in handy pretty soon here. Anything that's like mostly empty or really old, I'm going to go ahead and toss. So I'm just going to sort through and see where we end up.
Cause I need you.
costume jewelry. I have like some really bright eyeshadow colors and things like, if I go to a party and I need to dress up as 80s, which that's only happened once in my life, but I keep this because anytime I'm trying to make like crazy makeup looks that I wouldn't normally do, this kind of stuff comes in handy. And I would go out and buy that for a costume, so I'm gonna keep this stuff for now. Over time, I'll probably get rid of some of it, but it's all contained in one space. So basically, I'm okay with this because it's in a contained container that I will not be using for anything else. And I'd have no use for this if it wasn't full, so I would end up tossing this as well. So this is a gift I got for being in someone's wedding. And actually, I used it a lot over the years, but now it's too big for everyday use, but I would definitely keep this for very rarely used items. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and put this back on the shelf for now. But I'm gonna set it to the side in case there's anything I need to add to it, and I would never go beyond this. So if I got so much that this was full and wouldn't close, I would start to toss some of it. So that's kind of my go-to for items that are being used, but just very rarely. So this is like once a year, maybe I will go in here. So I'm gonna keep it for that reason for now, because I would go out and buy a purple eyeshadow and spend $5, you know? Whereas I'm not gonna wear this on a regular basis, but I have it if I ever want to do a costume where I give myself a black eye, you know, like something like that. It's very rare, but as long as it's contained in this one container, then I will allow myself to keep it. And that's kind of how I go about those types of things when I'm trying to reduce and eliminate what I have. So I'm just gonna be making piles of like lotions and just seeing, you know, if there's anything that needs to be tossed out, and just continue going on that way.
Saving you, you save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need it too?
All right, so I moved a bunch more of the stuff from up there back down here, so I can just kind of go through and sort everything.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you...
Okay, this all needs to go in my room or in another place in the house.
say. But we should take it slow, work things out.
This is all my sunless tanner stuff.
I'm real close. I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested.
It is looking so good, you guys. Like, oh, la la la. Look at that. I love these in here because I had one in here. These were I had bought from my closet and they were too tall for the shelf. So I held on to them and I wasn't even thinking I had one of those in here and one of these in here. And I was like, you know what? I kind of have a tan thing going on. So I decided not to use the clear containers and I decided to use those. And I need to put labels on all of this so I don't forget what's what, but it is like items. So I can pull one down and look at it. But it actually flows better in here anyway because like I said, I kind of realized I had a little bit of a tan theme going on in this bathroom and I'm loving it so far. I think this is gonna look really good. And again, I need to refold those. This is gonna be where I have all my cleaners. I'm still trying to decide 100% what I wanna do right there, but I'm loving how this is turning out. All Alright guys, this is like one of the most difficult rooms in my house to film in because I have to use a light because it's so dark in here. But then I also am like, you know, it's hard to get back far enough to show you guys what everything looks like. Basically at this point, I need to go through this little bucket. I had this so that I could carry stuff from bathroom to bathroom or from room to room, and I just ended up sticking it in there and not using it. So I might replace, like take this out of here and put like my regular household cleaners in there for dusting and stuff, and I might actually use that better. I was thinking if I put my most common used bathroom items in here, I would take this to the other bathroom when I went to clean it, but that doesn't happen, so I'm kind of figure out what I want to do with that. But I might end up bringing it into the laundry room where I keep like the everyday multi-purpose dusters and sprays. But I really don't like the one-use thing. It makes me feel like I'm wasteful, but I also didn't like them because they just fell apart. But I'm gonna keep this for now because I might give it another shot, but I wasn't really a huge fan of that. I have a microfiber cloth, and then I have my multi-surface spray, and then my room lens spray. I'm gonna put this stuff in my laundry area where I always go to like grab for cleaning off the counters or whatever. And that way, maybe this will get utilized more there. Okay, as it stands now, I still have a lot of extra space in this bathroom closet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all of my extra lotions and stuff to replenish my supply in my bathroom and leave them in here where I have them because I actually don't have a lot of room in my bathroom. So since I have the room in here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, so that's everything that was in there that was lotions. The rest does still need to go in my bedroom. So let me go ahead and put these in the closet. All right, so this is the final overview now that everything's in the closet, and I love how it turned out, you guys. It looks so much better, and honestly, I think that I'm going to keep this up better than the last time I did this because I probably did this about 1.5 years ago, and I got rid of a lot of stuff, but I didn't have a great organizational system in place, and whenever I walk into a room and it looks nice, I'm way more likely to keep it that way. These were all Dollar Tree products that I all had on hand already, except for this little basket right here and this little side shelf thing. Everything else was purchased at the Dollar Tree in the past, so I'm really excited with how all of it turned out.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people. This is a city I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every break. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for
Okay, so I would like to keep this thing in the drawer, but it's so much more tempting for my 2-year-old to get into it. If I put it up here, she has to go get a stool and climb, so I'm gonna keep that up here. But but I am gonna put their brushes and stuff all in this extra space down here. And then we actually have their toothpaste and stuff in this up here because they can't reach it as easily. So I'm gonna put anything that, you know, is toothpaste related in there.
All right, you guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. Just stay tuned for one last view of the before and afters of the closet. I'm super excited with how it all turned out. I really did not understand for many, many years how much stress it adds to have spaces in your house that you walk into and they just make you feel like, oh, they look horrible and they just add so much stress to you until you start to organize your home. When I started to do that, I started to realize how much more peace. Like, I love walking in this closet now and I feel like I used to avoid it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, found it helpful, motivating, and that it encouraged you to get something done around your home.
Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and another Dollar Tree organizational video. In today's video, I'm going to be tackling this crazy closet. Now, I'm just going to be tackling my side, so I'm not going to be messing with anything on my left here. That's all my husband's, but I am going to be cleaning all the way across this top shelf here. I'm going to be cleaning out all of my clothing that you see right here. I have some junk right here on the floor that I just need to take care of. And then all of this back here. This is the part that's really going to take some time. This is the part I've been avoiding, but the part that I need to get done.
All right, guys, so I'm going to pull everything out of my closet and we're going to get going.
Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop. Even though we fight sometimes and it feels like a war zone, I still care about us. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head.
So I did want to show you guys what I got from the Dollar Tree. I got 2 of these laundry baskets. I got 4 of these shoe boxes. And then I already had this. So, and I wasn't using it in another room of my house. So that's the stuff that I got to help organize this project. So I'm just gonna set that to the side and we can go ahead and keep pulling everything out.
Just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, I know that it's difficult dealing with emotions, but I want you to know that you're...
So instead of getting too overwhelmed, I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and go through all these clothes and everything I have out here first, and then get on to everything else.
How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so...
Okay, so to be totally honest with you guys, I don't wear 75% of this stuff, but I'm just not quite ready to part with it. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I got rid of one thing so far. Probably should have gotten rid of 20 things already, but that's where we are. If you guys are like me and your weight fluctuates, it's so hard to let go of clothes. Just think one day when I ever get to my goal, I'll get rid of all this stuff that I don't really like. It's just backup clothes for when I have nothing to wear. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Are you the same way? Yes, there was literally no point in pulling all this out because I'm not getting rid of any of that. I literally got rid of like what, one thing? I'll get there, you guys, I'll get there.
Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what you said.
Also, I'd love to know, if you're someone who don't have like a separate place for your winter or spring clothes, you don't like pack them away and put them somewhere else, what do? Do you just put all like your out of season stuff to the back of your closet? Let me know what you guys do. I'm just curious how many people actually pack away their whole closet and change, like when winter comes, like bring out your winter clothes. Curious to know. All right, so I'm gonna go grab a stool because I just need to start pulling everything down from up top. So these are so cute. I've only worn them like twice though because it's hard to like find something, you know, to wear them with. They're super uncomfortable. Probably should release them and give them to someone else who is going to use them. But you know what? I'm gonna keep them just a little bit longer. I'm not doing very good today, you guys. Now these I know I'll never wear because they're like the same style shoes And I used to dress up for work back in the day. So that's what those were for. Same with these. It's not a style that I really wear anymore. So I'm gonna get these to Goodwill so someone else can get them. Now this one's just an empty box. Same with this. I'm just gonna make sure there is a diffuser in here. So 3 things in my Goodwill pile. Okay, so I'm leaving this. I'm not even pulling that stuff out because I know it's going to go right back in there. These are like all photos, photo boxes and photo albums, and then some books and some notebooks and office supply stuff. I'm going to leave that there because I know that that's not going to go anywhere else. And this is an item that I made, but this is like using a martini glass and 2 plates from the Dollar Tree, like a thing to hold your jewelry. I don't use that anymore, so I'm going to give this to Goodwill. Oh, the dust in here is getting to me. I definitely need a dusty shell saw. Y'all know me and my laundry baskets. Here I go again. Know how I am. I like to pull everything out in my laundry baskets. I just find it so helpful. I just assumed everyone did that until someone thought that it was different. So let me know. Is this something that you do on a normal basis or no? Is that new to you? Alright, so progress. Couple of things for Goodwill. I recently went through this, so I know that those items are just things that I'm waiting to fit into. Stack of pillows here. Probably need to toss some of those. So this is the huge mess we have of stuff that I need to go through. I need to vacuum in here really quickly. And this is stuff that is staying here. So I'm gonna come through, wipe down these shelves, vacuum in here, and then start sorting and putting things back. All right, so I'm using Simple Green to dust in here. And if you guys have been around, like Simple Green is what I always use to dust with. My husband used to detail cars in high school. That was like his high school job. And they always use Simple Green for like the dash and all of that. So I don't know if I ever really used this stuff until him, but he always had it when we first got married. And he keeps it for cleaning the cars, and I just use it for everything now.
I was at the wrong place at the right time.
I definitely need to do up top because dust bunnies were flying when I was trying to do that earlier.
When you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy.
I always regret starting these projects, like not even 1/4 of the way in. Are y'all like that? Oh my gosh, it's so bad. But I know, I just keep reminding myself, it's gonna feel so good when I'm done. I'm gonna be so happy that I did it when I finished. But for now, I'm like, why? Why would you do this to yourself? Why?
We went to a small bar with neon lights. Talked about everything that was on our mind. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now.
More empty boxes. Us and the empty boxes, I swear.
Hey, if you're enjoying this Dollar Tree organizational video, this would be a perfect time for a thumbs up.
Man, I smell the dinner that I have cooking. I started it, I forgot to put it in the crock pot this morning, so thank goodness that I have a Instant Pot.
Kiss a little harder. I wanna love out loud. Talk a little deeper. Kiss a little harder. Love a little louder.
Alright, so I have all these knitting crochet needles, and I lied to myself many times over the years that I was gonna crochet for my children. They got into these and they're everywhere. So hopefully I can find a little case that they were in, and I'll give these to Goodwill, and someone will be super excited to find these, I'm sure. All right, I have a bunch of like random photos and stuff that I have stacked over there that I need to kind of find a place for. So I'm gonna stick all those in here for the time being.
Don't wanna be shy. I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud. Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh.
Ha, here's the case.
Talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder.
All right, these are like notebooks that I have tracking like weight loss, measurements, and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna put that in this container for now. I'll probably end up going into a smaller one. I had gotten these for my closet a while ago, but they're too tall for the shelves.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you.
All right, so I'm coming across a lot of stuff that needs to go in the bathroom. So instead of running back and forth to the bathroom, I'm gonna start throwing that stuff in another little container. I am all about sorting stuff, apparently.
But I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now, and it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll
These just appear everywhere. When toddlers get into something, they get into something. This is like an empty thing of lotion. I don't know why I would have kept that.
So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we touch, the room caught on fire. We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying.
Funny story. I have been looking for my glasses for months, and they were right there. Oh my goodness. Well, at least I didn't lose them. I feel like I am moving so slow today because I just really do not want to do this. And if you're watching this video, thank you for being here, because if you weren't here, I honestly can say I probably would not be doing this. I don't want to do it. It needs to get done. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video and giving me the motivation to come on here and get this done. And I hope it's motivating you to get something done that you've been putting off.
So I'm gonna dive into you.
So this is a bag that a sweet little old guy that I used to work with got me when he went on vacation to Texas. And I've never used it, but I just can't. I would have worn, when I was younger, this is definitely a bag I would have carried, but now it's not so much. So we have the tags on everything, but he was just the sweetest little man. And I don't know, I can't bring myself to get rid of that bag because he got it for me. And I just thought it was so sweet of him to bring me a gift back from vacation. And it just makes me smile and think of him every single time that I pick it up. So I'm not getting rid of that either. Alright, fat caliber tests and measuring tapes, because, you know, sometimes we just like to measure ourselves and feel bad about ourselves. Just kidding, I'm getting there.
Think about me one more time before you go.
Okay, so I'm going to take one of these for my scarves. There you go. I had them hanging, which you think would work better, but I don't know what it was about this hanging thing. I didn't care for this, so maybe I wasn't using it right or whatever. I don't know. I'm sending that to Goodwill. Same thing with this. It's like, I think I got it from the Dollar Tree, but I don't know if you guys can tell from far away. These aren't level, so it doesn't sit flush to the door.
And now you're gone.
Goodwill.
Took me away from.
I'm gonna use one of these for my jewelry. This is like any of my jewelry that is nicer. These are my wedding ring boxes, so I'm keeping the boxes.
Now you're gone.
So I'm gonna put all that jewelry back in here. Now, I have extensions that I used to wear all the time. I never wear them anymore. Pair in this box so that people can see it and be weirded out when they walk into my closet. No, really, so I can remember that I have these and try to wear them again. They really add a lot of volume to my hair. I always feel like people can tell I have them in. I've had people verify that they cannot tell, but I always feel like that. But then I'm also the kind of person, like when somebody compliments my hair, I have to be like, yeah, thanks, it's fake. Like I can't just be like, thank you, you know, like, I don't know, I seriously have a problem, I guess. I don't, it's like, I'm like that person that somebody's like, your dress is beautiful. I'm like, thanks, $5. I can't just be like, thank you, you know, like, I don't know. It's like word vomit or something. I don't know what you call that, but I guess maybe I'm just proud when I get a good deal. My husband keeps, I don't know, this is one thing that drives me nuts. He keeps all of his perfume, like, boxes, like cologne boxes. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I kind of do it sometimes too, but I don't know. That's what's in here mainly. So I'm gonna look and make sure. I'm gonna put this on top of his dresser and make him take care of this. Because I'm lazy. Ugh.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go.
All right, so this was the weight loss stuff. I think I might put that in one of these also. I'm gonna hold on to this for a little bit longer before I give it to Goodwill to make sure I don't find any more of those things floating around, because my girls were throwing these all over my house. All right, so checking in where we are. Trash, trash, trash. Goodwill. That needs to go in the closet, that bucket. This pillow needs to go to Goodwill. Picture frame, Goodwill. I just need to take the old picture out of it. And then trash on top of there. These are all robes. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with those, because a lot of these are like, I got them for being in like someone's wedding. And then I have my bucket of paperwork here. That is all stuff to go to the bathroom. And I have a jacket that I need to hang up. And then these are just my 2 containers that I may or may not end up using. So yeah, we're almost done. I do have some paperwork that I had stuck on top of there that needs to go in the closet, and my calendar for YouTube. My makeup bag needs to go in there, so I made a little bit of mess. So let me clean that up first and then finish up with the closet. So I recently joined 6 months of, what's it called? Hunt a Killer. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's like a murder mystery in a box. Hashtag not sponsored. But anyway, yeah, so we did the first episode. I have my second episode to do. First episode, like, it's really cool. They give you a lot of stuff. That's what this is. Anyway, that's why I'm telling you this story. So I have my second box to go through. This is all the stuff. So you basically solve one piece every box. You get one piece of the mystery. So this first episode, we discovered the murder weapon. It's like a cold case murder from 80 years ago is what you're trying to solve in this particular one. Anyway, it was very easy. Like, I was actually surprised how easy it was. So I hope that the rest of them are a little more complicated. But so far, overall, the whole concept is cool, because you actually get like evidence, like handwritten notes, and like it's all made, like they go really extensive in trying to make it feel real. The episode we just did, we had like a like a piece of evidence that we got in the box, and it was like a, what do you call it, like a tie clip or whatever. And so it was kind of cool just to have that. But again, the actual solving of the mystery was like the murder weapon, figuring out what the murder weapon was like super, super easy. So I do hope they get a little more complicated as it goes along. I'm assuming it will.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away? Show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of?
All right, now I threw all those shoes off earlier. Look, another one of these appeared. Imagine that. All right, so I just need to put all those on here. I need to move that bucket. I'm gonna put that blue bucket back in here, but this is what this is looking like right now. And I'm trying to keep, I know I crowded this shelf and then the other shelf doesn't have a lot, but my toddlers come in here all the time, and this is like the last shelf they can't reach. They can reach the two bottom. So that's why I decided to go ahead and put those down there, because if they pull that out, it's easy for me to pick it back up and just throw it back in there. I'm gonna leave that shelf empty for now, or I'll probably end up putting something that doesn't matter if they mess with it. But yeah, it's not perfect or Pinterest worthy, but I like how that turned out. Looks pretty good.
Ooh, I wonder.
Alright, so this is the final look for this for now, and then my books just fell over, so that's okay. You know what? It's not perfect, but it is better.
So as you guys can see, I just have a couple of more things to put back in the closet, and then I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this Dollar Tree organizational video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. Make sure you click that before you leave, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.
Won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love. No, it is way too late, but I just can't get my eyes off you. Maybe we will regret this, but tomorrow is another day. And I will do anything to get your love. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love, because it's on. Ooh, ooh, keep my fingers crossed. Oh yeah, it's on. Ooh, ooh, let's turn up the love. Might have been one too many. Should go home to my bed, sleep it off. But I can't stop believing you're the one I'ma be with tonight. So I will do anything to make you mine. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love, because it's on. Ooh, ooh, keep my fingers crossed. Oh yeah, it's on. Ooh,
Containers from the Dollar Tree, and they just aren't working for the space, so I'm gonna pull those out and maybe use those somewhere else.
a house, a dog, the whole shebang. I want you there right by my side, baby, please, to hold me tight throughout the night. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, I gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love. Oh, hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Oh yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn
it's a hot day, I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down.
All right, so as you guys can see, a little bit of the pin came off, but not much. So I'm gonna try rubbing alcohol. I'm not sure if that's gonna damage the varnish on here, so I'm gonna try just a small spot. But I'm gonna go ahead and rinse all the soap off with a damp rag with no soap on it, wipe all this down, and then I'm gonna try the rubbing alcohol on the spot and see if it works. So fingers crossed we'll be able to get all this pin out. That is not doing anything. All right, you guys, so I need your advice. If any of you guys know how to get pin marks out, hit your girl up and let me know. Like from a distance, you can't really see it, so it's only when you get kind of like close up to it. So, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely a little bit lighter than it was. So, yeah, I guess we're done with this for now. My daughters have already found this and color drew on it. But I'm so excited about this for my bras and underwear. So I'm hoping this is gonna work for my face. I got this on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it down below.
We could never run out of time, sipping strawberry lime. You know I wanna share it with you. Macy's going boom, boom. If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you.
Yay, you guys, these fit perfect. So these are the ones for the underwear. And then this is the one for the bra, and then I guess this is bra, and then just, I guess it's just two different types, so you can do like a combination. But it fits perfectly in this drawer. Like the final roll is like right even with that, so, but I don't think that'll be a problem. You can have a little space here, saying that here. Now, if I shove it all the way to the back, you guys can see there's a little bit of a gap. So I'll have that gap, I'll pull it to the front, I'll have that much of a gap in the back. Same thing with these, that's how deep these are. But yeah, I'm pretty excited with this. I didn't measure it, and I was just hopeful that it would work. Since it was separate pieces in that one big piece, I figured I could make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sort my underwear and bras so that I can go ahead and start putting them in here.
If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster.
Okay, so either this thing is a dud or it's just for really skinny people, because if you guys can tell, all of my bras are longer than this. So this is definitely a dud for me. I know that one of the other ones, like this one, is like single, so you could do a bra in half, but my boobs are too big for that too, so I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can rework this. If not, I may have to use this for something else or use it for my girls, but that's super disappointing because I was really excited. You're supposed to be able to just put your bras in like this, and it'll kind of look like Victoria's Secret where they're all organized. And yeah, that's not working for me. It sucks because I was all excited they fit perfectly in my drawer, but yeah, your girls apparently got too big of boobies for these. Let me try. I recently lost a bunch of weight and I've dropped 2 cup sizes, so let me try some of my smaller current bras and see. It works better with these, but it doesn't hold them very stiff. So, I don't know. That might work okay. I'm curious if they're gonna be too tall. Okay, so, I don't know. We'll see. That kind of works. If you guys can see that. But they're tall, so they kind of have to fall over on each other. I don't know. I'm gonna rework it, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so these kind of work like this, but knowing how I am, I don't know that I'm going to take the time to like stuff those in there. It takes me a minute to stuff them in there, but I don't know. I'll let you guys know when I decide at the end.
And I was like a statue staring into the sun. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did. And I'm going down, and I'm going down, and I'm going down again, yeah.
Now, where the bra thing wasn't big enough, the sock thing is pretty large. So I could put 2 to 4 pairs of socks in each one. I don't have a ton of socks. So what I did was I just rolled up one pair to where they're like kind of fat and put it in there. And if it's good with spare room, that'll be easy to toss in there. But I do have some of these really small, thin socks that I don't wear super often anymore now that I have the thicker, nicer ones. And so I could fit like probably 6 of those in there if I wanted. So I have like 3 or 4 pairs in this one. So I'm kind of just gonna customize it for me, how I like it. But I do like this. I think this will definitely help me keep those organized. And I was kind of thinking I might use part of this for the socks because these fit pretty nice in here too. So this back row here is period panties, which if you guys have never used those, I love them. I use them now instead of, you're supposed to use them with pads and tampons, but instead of pads and tampons. So I have 3 pairs of those in the back. And then these are lesser used panties and the ones I wear more often here, but I don't think I'm gonna fill this whole thing up. So I may do 1/2 socks and 1/2 underwear because I usually like having them in the same drawer instead of separating them like this. So I'm gonna play around with it, see, and you guys will see the end result at the end, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Sorting out like sportswear and swimwear, trying to figure out where I want to put that. I still have this to finish sorting through, and then I'm kind of just putting all of my bras and stuff up here, and so I can sort through those and kind of decide how I want to put them. And then I have a pile right here that needs to hang in the closet. This is stuff that doesn't fit me, but I'm anticipating I'll fit in before too much longer. Some of this is Goodwill. I don't know if you guys are familiar. One time I had a friend tell me, like, why would I give my stuff there? Like, they're making money off it. And she didn't realize they were a nonprofit. A lot of people might not know, but they give jobs to a lot of mentally disabled, like a lot of Down syndrome people. And actually, I want to tear up every time I say it because it's such a sweet thing. I have personally witnessed in multiple Goodwills across multiple states, different occasions, where I would see an employee get flustered who obviously had like a mental disability. You could tell that there was something a little different about them. And I have witnessed like a manager or someone like that come over and calm them down. Actually, probably a year or 2 ago, I was at a Goodwill here in Michigan, and I actually saw a girl having a it looked like she was having a mental breakdown. She was freaking out because she either did something wrong and then realized it, or she had forgotten what she was told to do, or what it was, but she was like literally full panic mode, bawling her eyes out in the middle of the store. And then the manager came over to her. I don't know why I'm crying. I always cry when I tell people this story. I don't know why, but I guess it's just to see the compassion in the middle of the store. Like, she didn't try to rush her to the back and like get her away from the customers. She stopped what she was doing and she went over there. And honestly, I probably should have found the person's name and written corporate because it touched me so much. And I didn't even think about that until just right now. But she gave that girl, like, I don't know, so much respect to stop right there and calm her down, and was just like, look, it's okay. You know, you're doing an awesome job. And she got her calmed back down. I swear, you guys, it's one of the sweetest things that I have ever seen in my life. And I will always remember that. And I never thought much about giving my stuff to Goodwill. But after like having those experiences a few times and then having that one, which definitely impacted me the most, like, I will always give my stuff to Goodwill. So anyway, that's my long story. I just think it's so special to give people jobs who may not be able to have jobs in other places. And anyway, I'm so emotional today about this, but it really touched me, as you guys can see. And I just wanted to share that story with you all. So yeah, if you give your stuff to Goodwill, that's awesome. If you don't, maybe you consider it.
And I don't want your sad blue eyes. You know everything about me, like I need my territory. So why are you still so needy? You're in over your head. Phone is ringing, always always had a bad time every time you flash your name. Always leaving, then you got me chasing you like I'm the one to blame. Oh, I think you're so rude. Don't wanna fight you, but you don't ever take a break. 'Cause you love drama, forget the karma. No, you don't ever take a break. It's always about you, always about you. Oh, I don't wanna fight you, but now you're so rude. 'Cause you love drama.
All right, you guys, I was starting to get a little worried this wasn't gonna work out, but it's turning out awesome. So what I ended up doing was I ended up taking the one that I thought was gonna be for the bras and putting my camis and all of my little undershirts that I have and just separating those by color. I pretty much just have white and black and a couple of colored ones. I used to have a bunch and I got rid of them because white and black is usually all I need. And then I have socks and stockings. I don't wear these stockings very much, so if I ever end up needing more sock space, I'll just move these somewhere else. And then the space between these two containers ended up being perfect for my bras. So I have them laying down right now, so you guys can't really tell, but I have a ton of room left still. So I could pack a lot if I had them like standing up more. I could pack a lot of bras in there, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I have this space here with the bras in it for now. If this ends up being too cumbersome, I'll probably use this for something else and then move the bras here because I definitely have room for more bras, and I probably have a few in the wash as well. So yeah, I'm so excited with how this turned out, you guys. I'm actually really impressed. I was super worried, but just leaving a space between these two containers. So this was a 4-piece set, and putting that there worked perfect. And then this, I only had like junk in this drawer, so I'm gonna go through and actually put that stuff where it needs to go. I had pens and notebooks and stuff like that in that drawer. So yeah, and then I have a couple of sports bras up here that I need to try on because I don't think they fit, but we're gonna see. Every time my weight fluctuates, I literally will lose like a cup size or two in my bras, so it always makes it a little crazy to see what fits me. But yeah, I have a ton of room to fit anything else in here. Like I said, this might end up going in there and change it around, but I'm so happy with how it all turned out. Just need to go through. This is all the stuff that was in this one little drawer, you guys. I'm telling you, these drawers hold a lot. They're so deep. So anyway, that's a good and a bad thing. So this is the clothes that for Goodwill. I need to hang these clothes up, and this is some more junk. So whenever I go through and clean off that out that box, I'm gonna clean out this as well. I'm taking a quick break so that I can give my kids lunch, and I'll be right back.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again.
I'm watching Jenny from Cleaning Therapy. If you guys don't have her channel, you should definitely go and check it out if you've never seen her before. And coincidentally, she is actually cleaning her bedroom, and that's what I'm doing when I watch her.
Also, a quick reminder, if you guys are enjoying this extreme declutter of my master bedroom, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel.
And Omega, even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Like the waves pull you down underwater. We're fun until we hit the bottom. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again.
Put Jenny over here where I can watch her for my motivation. I got another trash bag for trash. My Goodwill bag right there. I'm just gonna get on the bed, make piles around myself. I'm gonna grab my bucket of junk and let's see what we can get done. And take it away with the inspiration, Jenny.
Sort it out, Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. I know we can save it. 'Cause we're like alpha and omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we could work it out. Cause we're like alpha and omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we could work it out. Alpha and omega, alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega. Even if we go.
So this bottom drawer is stuff that doesn't fit me. Since I hang so many of my clothes, I have lots of empty drawers. So this drawer is empty. And again, this is that. And then this is all my PJs, which this is normally what I wear almost every day. I seriously go around in my PJs all day. And then this is all like summery stuff. It's like some workout stuff, a couple of pair of shorts that I would just lounge around the house in, and then like my actual swimsuit and cover up, and then some actual like workout clothes. So that's what's in there. I definitely have way more room than I need in here, which is a blessing. And I ended up changing one thing in here. I put all of my, special nightgowns in there, and then put all of my just bras in the center section. And so I still have room for a few more bras if I find any in the laundry. I think I have like 2 more. And then, yeah, so that's all I changed in here. But other than that, like I said, it looks awesome. I love it. I'm so happy. I've never had my house look like this. When my husband gets home tonight, I'm just gonna like open the door and be like, look what I did today. Had a bag of trash, a bag for Goodwill, a stack of clothes that were Amazon returns, a couple of items that needed to go back into like my office space, and then a few other items that needed to just be put away. I had decided to go ahead and use this left drawer that was empty for my curlers and my makeup and all of that, so that it's not sitting on top of the dresser all the time. And I actually really love that. That worked out really great for me. And then all I had to do was go ahead and straighten up the bed, and then I was ready to get on to vacuuming and dusting in here, and I would be all done for the day.
Drifted away into the tide, and now it's maybe back.
How awesome is this mirror that I found for $60 at Home Goods? I am in love with it. I had been looking for something like this for so long that would kind of go with the vibe in my bedroom, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. I wanted it on the other side of my room, but the way that my room is kind of too small for the bedrooms that we have in here, so it would not really fit on the other wall, and so I had to put it here next to the bed. That's the only way I could really see myself completely. Like if I were to put it on the other wall, then my dresser would have been in the way, so I had to put it here, but I ended up liking it. I know once we get this room painted and the trim redone and the wallpaper border removed from the top, it's going to look even better, so I'm super excited to see how all of that turns out.
You'll never be enough. That's why I gave you up. Take me out to California. Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end.
you guys really enjoyed this extreme declutter of my master bedroom. I'm so glad that I got it done. You guys don't know how happy my heart is every single time I open my drawer, and it's been about a week since I did this, and I keep forgetting that it's so organized, and every time I open one of my drawers, I smile. I'm like, I should have done this years ago. Hey, you never know. Maybe I'm becoming more of an organized person. I think the biggest thing is just assign solutions that work for you. I'm someone who needs to be able to toss things in very quickly, so I have to find an organizational solution where I can do that, and this definitely works for me. I'm so excited with this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a clean out of both of my toddlers' closets. I just went through all of their clothes and got everything that was too small kind of rotated out. So I passed some stuff down from Alexa to Kenzie, and then I took some stuff that Kenzie had outgrown to Goodwill. We ended up with a bag of stuff you guys will see at the end here, but this felt so good to get done. I also want to let you guys know that today's video is in collaboration with my friend Jillian Anderson here on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hey everyone, I'm Jill, and I'm a nerdy mom who married my best friend Zach. Together we have two little girls, Aria, who's 2, and Darcy, who just turned 1 month old. We also have a cat and a dog, so basically we're a full house of chaos and love. My channel does tons of cleaning motivation and plenty of DIY makeovers as well as decluttering. If you can relate to real life messes and not taking yourself too seriously, I would love for you to check out my channel after you finish watching Christina's video. Bye!
So Jillian is going to be doing a clean out of some closets around her home as well. So make sure you guys go and check out her channel after you watch this video, and leave her a comment and let her know that I sent you over there, and subscribe while you're there as well. If you're here from Jillian's channel, hi, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you came over from her channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. So let's get on to cleaning.
Everybody's business. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? I think I'm the wrong size. Not enough room for everybody's egos. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? On and on it goes.
This little box you guys see up here on the shelf is Kenzie's like memory box, and I do have this for both of my daughters so that I can put items such as like their coming home from the hospital outfits, their first birthday outfits, items like that to kind of keep as keepsakes. And so I was just going through every individual item that both of my daughters had outgrown and just making certain that there wasn't anything sentimental in there that I didn't want to pull out. And those items I did pull out to put in the bucket. Everything else I put in a pile to donate to our local Goodwill.
Sipping on the rocks, citrus in our beverages, citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. Could play my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Why don't we stay right here? Make everything disappear. Lay low in the beach side. Put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah.
So you guys will have to let me know if you have any good systems for handling or managing like hand-me-downs. So the way that I used to do it is I had just garbage bags of hand-me-downs from Lexa in the bottom of Kenzie's closet, and I would just put like the size on them. You know, I'd wash them and everything, have them ready to go, and put them in trash bags at the bottom of her closet. And now they get to where they really like to play in closets, and of course that's something I'm trying to get them out of, but they're 2 and 4, so I mean, you know, it's not like you tell them something and they just always listen. So I don't really like to do that as much, and If the bag is like knotted, they don't get into the bags or anything like that. But they always like to play in the bottom of the closet. So I'm getting to where I want to keep the bottoms of the closets clear so I can just let them play in there and just instruct them not to pull anything off the rack, which Kenzie doesn't have any low hanging racks in her closet. So that's a little bit easier. But in Lex's closet, she has that, you guys will see in a minute, she has like a second lower rack and they will pull clothes off of those. But it's just one of those things they really love doing. And so, you know, I'm always trying to teach them not to do that. But regardless, I'm trying to just keep the bottom of her closet clear. She does have some space left at the top of her closet, as you guys will see when I complete this area. But yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think. I'm sure I'm only gonna have to deal with this for a few more years before they probably catch up and are in similar sizes. But for now, I don't know, I just let it go too long and then I get so overwhelmed by how many clothes I have in here. So I'm hoping that I can just try my best to do this every 6 months, and so that I'm not as overwhelmed by it as I was on this day. You guys will see actually an outfit change halfway through the video. So I did take this into 2 days. The first day I actually had done my toy clean out video that you guys already saw, but then I was inspired to keep going and do the first closet. But then after that, I was like, you know, I was pooped, I was tuckered out. So I saved the other closet for the next day.
Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. You better join in. You better grab that tambourine. Bring a bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my tune. Choo-ah. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up.
All right, so this is a whole bag to go to Goodwill. This is stuff I still need to hang up. This is all stuff that's hung up. And then these are all the extra hangers. I'm gonna move some of those to Lexa's room. I have some keepsake clothes for her and some for Lexa that were passed down that I need to put in their little memory boxes, which they each have a memory box like this. The rest of this is all jackets. I don't think any of these jackets are gonna fit them in the winter, but some of Lex's might fit Kenzie. So what I'm gonna do is just pack these away and put them down in the basement. And this is just a stack of junk from the closet that I need to go through as well.
We got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. I'm always one step behind, wishing I could read your mind, but I'm ready. Yeah, never ready. I wish I could have made it stop. The first time that you stood me up, I wasn't ready. Yeah, never ready. Like a forbidden fruit, I'm still waiting for. I'm still wanting more. Yeah, I know just what to do, but still I want all of you. Oh please, just give my heart a break.
So moving on to Alexa's closet, this is what we are starting with. So then behind this door, I have some more clothes that were gifted to us that I have not been able to go through. And then we have toy rotation stuff, so I do want to organize that a little bit, but I'm mainly focused on the clothes today. These are all gifted clothes, all 3 of these buckets that I need to go through. A bunch of gifted shoes that got thrown in with her regular shoes. This is all of her clothes that I can't hang up, fall off the hangers. So I'm trying to figure out a new organizational system in here for that. First thing we're gonna do is just pull everything out, get it sorted into my piles. I'm gonna have a trash bag for donations to Goodwill, and I'm gonna have a trash bag for clothes that I need to put away for that she's outgrown, that are gonna be hand-me-downs to my 2-year-old Kenzie.
I'm still wanting more, yeah. I know just what to do.
So I'm gonna go through the shoes and some of these clothes first, and then I'm gonna pull down all the rest of these. I know the advice sometimes is to pull everything out at once. Sometimes that gets to be a little too overwhelming. So I'm gonna deal with what I have out right now and then come back. So I'm gonna take shoes that I need to try on her in one bin. Ones I know I'm getting rid of, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the giveaway bag. And then ones that I'm not sure about, I have a second bin for that.
What's your deal? Do you ever wonder how I really feel? Every time you turn your back, I wish I was done with that. Many times I try to start all over. Oh, please, give my heart a break. More than I can take. First you say you love me and you promise you will change. Suddenly you're gone. Always on the road. Playing with my feelings and you do it just for fun. You do it just for fun. Hey, you do it just for fun.
All right, so these are all shoes I need to try on them. These are the ones I'm getting rid of. These are Lexa's winter shoes that are a little big, so they should fit her next year. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those up in her closet. And then these are all ones I know that fit her that need to go back in the closet. They're playing happily right now, and they were just fighting a few moments ago. So I don't want to interrupt their play. So I'm gonna put these aside and try them on them in a little bit later.
As long as I got you, I was running from myself those days. Always breathless, search for something safe. And then I smashed it.
So they wear their rain boots all the time. So I'm gonna put those in the front and then all the winter boots behind.
Don't run away. We danced together till we got it right. Ups and downs through many days and nights. You appeared to be my guiding light, and at the same time I realized, oh baby, when you hold me, I rather lost my senses than be lonely. 'Cause baby, when you touch me, I feel holy. Oh, nothing in the world will.
You guys are like me, but I'm one of those people that I see other people organize and they make it look so easy. And then I kind of have to stop and think, I'm like, you know what? They probably have to sit there and think about it too. So I like to show you guys that process because for me, I have to sit there and think about it. I don't usually, like a lot of times my original plan ends up not being what I go with. So just gonna look through all these clothes and kind of just sort them in piles and figure it out as I go along. I definitely need a whole new system.
Each other's backs without no fear. Hold on and waited for the sun to appear. 'Cause in the nighttime, I'm by your side. Oh baby, when you hold me, I rather lost my senses than be lonely. 'Cause baby, when you touch me, I feel holy. Oh, nothing in the world will kill me.
All right, so I have all my little piles here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all of the clothes that are still hanging in the closet and go through those.
As long as I got you, I'm done with embrace. I'm done with ache, 'cause I'm done with fake. As long as I got you, I'm done with embrace. I'm done with ache, 'cause I'm done with fake. Oh baby, when you hold me, I'd rather lost my senses than be lonely. 'Cause baby, when you touch me, I feel holy. Oh, nothing in the world will kill me. As long as I got you, I'm done with embrace. Oh baby, as long as I got you, 'cause I'm done with baby, baby, as long as you want me to, I'm done with embrace. As long as I got you, as long as I got you. Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright. The sun is
All right, y'all are gonna have to tell me, am I the only person who gets overwhelmed by this many clothes? Like, I just keep thinking, all these were gifted to her, like probably 75% of them. We had bought some stuff for her, and then I went down to the basement and pulled up all the stuff that was gifted it was gifted a few years ago, and I've been hanging on to it so she could fit into it. You guys, it is overwhelming. I just feel like she's never gonna wear this much stuff. It's so overwhelming to me, so let me know in the comments down below if you guys are the same. This is a lot of clothes in like one clothing size. Like, how is she gonna get through all of this?
sip me up like lemonade. We both know it's bittersweet. This sorrowness will bite your tongue. No one is forever young. No. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright. I know the sun is getting warmer, but when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border. But when we're floating up like helium,
All right, you guys have to agree, this is a lot of clothes. Isn't this a lot of clothes? But the stuff that she has that was gifted, like she's never worn, I think is so adorable. Like literally 75% of this she's never worn before because it was just brought up from the basement. I have summer clothes and t-shirts, and then I have casual dresses and dressy dresses in the back section, but I kind of went ahead and started moving some of the dresses down here because I didn't want to like jam pack one area. The only problem I have with this is anytime they have friends over or anytime they're playing in here themselves, I'm trying to teach them not to play in closets, but everything on this bottom rack gets thrown on the floor. So a lot of times I don't like to put anything on this bottom rack except like those two items, the robe and the raincoat. It's time to just start training them because she is getting so many clothes in here. Like, these are all long sleeve shirts. I do still need to go through everything that is not clothing related, but
we are gonna go ahead and pull this out and figure out what I want to do with all of the clothes that I just dumped on the bed, which is all the shorts and stuff that I can't hang up.
Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it, you can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better.
All right, what I'm gonna do for now is I'm going to make one of these panties and one of these socks, and then put shorts in this bin. So here's her socks. I'm gonna go ahead and dump those out into there. And I do need to go ahead and start working on labels for her bedroom and also for her clothing as well.
Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, you don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it.
Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with how this is turning out. I have PJs here. I have like her more dressy shorts and her jean shorts in this top one, and then play shorts down in the bottom one. And that actually perfectly fit everything in there. Now you will notice I just chunked everything in here. Didn't even bother folding it. That's my style. Let's do it. I know it's gonna look like that. I don't bother. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know, it's in there. And then I have socks and underwear. So we just bought a whole bunch of new socks. So I do need to go through their socks. I think I'm going to just put her swimsuits in here for right now because we are in the process, you know, it's summer and we're going in and out of her swimsuits all the time. So I'm going to do that for now.
You were tall, I looked up. From where I sat, wished I wouldn't dressed up. Your first line, won't forget. So is it true, no one's taking you yet? I remember people staring as we stepped outside. They had only one goal. Give me your...
All right, you guys, my kids are needing me. I think this is gonna be all for today's video. It's not perfect, but I'll show you guys what I need to finish. I need to finish up here. My toy rotation, I might just end up putting in more of these bins from the Dollar Tree because I have a few more of those. And then I need to just kind of fold these blankets, and this one is a keepsake from when I was a baby, so kind of go through that and just tidy here a little bit. Let's see what else is up there. I know there were some puzzles and stuff. So all the tops of this needs to be tidied, and like you guys can see, there's tons of space for shoes that I need to try on them. So that will be what I'm doing this afternoon once I get them fed for lunch, and they are making a huge mess in here all around me. But this is mom life for you guys. So I have one whole bag to get to Goodwill, and I have one bucket of winter clothes, but all clothes part is done. I do have this to go in Kenzie's closet because these are Kenzie's clothes that mistakenly got put in here with Lexa's stuff. I do still need to figure out an organizational system for this, but beyond that, I got the clothes done, which was my biggest accomplishment for today. The rest of this may just have to be done in sections as I have times here and there, because my kids will only allow me to leave them to their own devices for so long, but that's all right. I'm really happy with this. There's a huge weight off my shoulder. They'll be somewhere else or be playing quietly, and I try to start talking to the camera, and all they do is talk and yell and scream over me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you find my channel realistic and relatable, because I feel like it is. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate everyone here supporting my channel. Guys, so I have all this stuff that needs to go down in the basement, and I started cleaning out some candles, and I make candles, so I have tons of like tester candles, candles that didn't make the cut, candles that I was experimenting with,
and all the ones I need to burn, I moved down from the basement to up here, and now I kind of just need to put them in categories because it has gotten out of hand and it's taking up way too much space in my house. Plus, I have pulled out, I'm gonna show you guys, random candles all over the house that just have a little bit in them, and I'm burning them. And I discovered a new, this might sound crazy, but this is a hack for making like fire starter for fires. And I am using some old paper towels. Like as I use a paper towel to like clean up a mess, I'll just toss it in here with dryer lint. And they said they work even better if you have candle wax. So I am making these fire starters every time I get down to the very, very bottom of a candle. Like it gets like this point or lower. Then what I do is I will pour it, like, you know, it's completely melted. I'll pour it into one of these, and I'm experimenting with how to do this. So not an expert for sure. But anyway, I wanted to go through and like organize all these candles that need to be burned and just kind of see where I'm at with my collection. I've cleaned off my island so I can pull everything out and sort it over here. So I am going to take you guys along with me while I do that.
Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
All right, so this space has not really been functional. These towels don't really fit in there, so I was looking for a place to move like my Band-Aids and stuff like that. So I think I might use these two shelves for that because it's so narrow. I can just put like a some kind of little container and put that there. And then maybe I will use the top for extra puff of these. So we'll see. I'm just gonna play around with it and see what it looks like. This space over here is okay for now. As long as this bottom shelf is functional, that's what I'm most concerned with because I can't really reach the other two shelves, but I'm gonna kind of go through and see. We don't use these bowls, but my husband actually made those in pottery class back in college, and so we keep them just as mementos even though they're not used for anything. So I may move those to that top shelf to give me some more usable space on the second shelf here, but we're just gonna play around with it and see where we get. If you guys are like me, probably understand that once you start one organizational project, it just kind of blossoms, which is why sometimes it's hard to make yourself do one project because you kind of just like have this feeling that it's gonna keep blossoming. So I'm usually pretty good at doing one task and stopping there, but lately I have been so inspired by the organizational projects that I am getting done that one project just spirals into another, because I literally could rattle off like 10 organizational projects I need to do right now. And so it does make me feel like when I start one, I just want to keep going. So it is motivating, but at the same time, you just have to be careful that you don't go down a rabbit hole and end up not completing stuff. So it is still pretty early in the morning. I think it's only about 10, no, it's not even 10 o'clock. So we're okay today, but that's just a side note. And basically, I'm just trying to get where this area is like not a catch-all area anymore. I did buy these off of Amazon for putting my sparkling flavored waters in. You guys may know this area is where I throw all my cans before I take them out to the garage. So the case I bought had 3 or 4 of these in it from Amazon. So one is in the fridge with drinks that are chilled. And then I'm gonna use this one here as a neater way to store my recyclable cans. I'm actually pretty excited with that. So now this area looks a little bit better because this is what our guests see when they come in. So I hate to have it like too trashed out. All right, I think I want to move my cleaning caddy to over here because this is the only shelf that's tall enough to house it. So I'm gonna move all of my extra cleaners to another place.
Tells you that you were all he wants, and it's midnight. Oh, I'm thinking about him. I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. I wanna hold his hand, 'cause I can't stop thinking about him. And would he understand if I told him how I feel about him?
All right, you guys, dirty little secret. This is leftover items from the last 3 organizational projects that I've done in the last 2 weeks, where I was like, okay, this stuff doesn't belong here. I need to find a new place for it. And a new place was never found. So part of this is my like bandages and stuff like that, which we're out of a lot of them. Ooh. So it was a good time to go ahead and organize them. But anyway, just, you know, keeping like stuff on hand. We used to keep it in here, and I just don't find that it's the best place. So I'm gonna keep it up there, and I feel like that will be a better place for it. We obviously don't go in there daily or anything like that. The stuff in these cabinets, that my kitchen junk drawer video you guys will have seen before this one went up. When I organize that, that's mostly stuff that's used more consistently. This is obviously just used randomly. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and organize and finish that stuff. I do have this bucket from the Dollar Tree. I would love to throw all of my rags in there, but I don't know if it's too tall for every shelf. So I'm just going around and kind of seeing it. Actually, it fits great right there. Let me show you guys that. It fits really good right there. I wanted it over here, but it would fit on that top shelf, but those things don't fit anywhere else. So maybe I'll try leaving it here for now. See, it's fairly easy to pull out. Okay, so let's go ahead and just load this up with towels. I have to tell my husband where this stuff is. So these are all of his like stuff he uses to wash the car. So I'm gonna put that on top of here. What I'll do is I'll have this small section for my everyday ones, and these will be for the lesser used ones, because he only washes the cars like, you know, 2 or 3 times a month. Awesome. So I love how much more functional this is, and this as well. So just need to get my first aid kit stuff organized in here, and we'll be good with this. Now I'm going to show you guys the candles again. So where I'm planning on putting the candles, and excuse my living room, this is what it looks like on a daily basis with 2 toddlers. But all of these shelves are all empty. For the most part, there's a couple of maybe books in this, like my girl's bedtime storybook, but beyond that, it's pretty much empty. So I'm gonna put all of the candles that I need to burn through, I'm gonna organize them in certain order and then put them down there. So I think that's gonna be a perfect solution because I don't use those for anything. I don't want those to be filled up with junk, but having something consumable like the candles in there, I'll remember they're there and I'll be able to pull them out and light them whenever I'm cleaning up. Because usually after I clean the living room, I'll light a candle or whatever. And so that's the time I think to do it. So I think that's gonna be a perfect solution. Again, I feel like these cabinets really need to be used for something functional, and having all my candles stored in there was just a waste of those cabinets that are always within arm's reach when I'm cleaning house. So I'm pretty excited about getting this done. Filming this, we still have a ton of birthday party leftovers in our fridge. So I don't have a lot of room for drinks, but I am gonna stack a few more in there. It's a yucky rainy day here, so hopefully it's not too dark. I've gotten in the habit of cutting these, something about saving the sea turtles, I don't know, but I've seen things where animals get their head caught in these, and I am recycling these, so I don't know if it matters, but I don't know, I never used this stuff that had these before, but now that I do, I've just been doing this with these drink things. I don't know, it only takes a few seconds, so we just do it, all right? All right, found my water, I couldn't find it. So, what I'm gonna be doing is organizing these by, I know I have some candles I need to burn, I know I have empty containers, I know I have some that I probably will just toss like old staples, and then I know I have some that are like outside, like citronella, that I'll want to re-pour into outdoor containers because I had just tested citronella by pouring them in these random jars. So anything that needs to be melted down, I'm gonna put in a stack. So I'm gonna have a bunch of stacks going here and we'll just see how far we get.
Turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide, you can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody is waiting down the line. You pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. I can feel the sun and how the wind makes way across the fields. Let me take a breath.
All right, so these need to be burned down. These are tea lights that are gonna go somewhere else. These and these are all containers I need to put downstairs with my basement stuff. These are some candles I'm gonna burn first. These are spicy, musky, and then floral fruity. This is another set that I want to burn first. So I'm gonna have like this set over here to burn first. This is gonna be to burn second. These are all just random wax melts. This is a mix of candles and wax melt that I want to burn second. And then this is just gonna be the backup stash to get through as I get through it. So I'm gonna put all of these in the living room.
Be alright. Waiting down the line.
melted to be reused. All of these little things are, you know, all the little smelly goodies. My husband had bought some more for my daughter's room, so I'm just gonna see if he wants to keep any of these. I'll keep that one because it's a Bath and Body Works, and sometimes around the holidays I like to get that as a special. It's kind of expensive to me to use all the time, but I like to use them for special holiday fragrances, and they really do smell up the space really nice. I think I have 2 of those. That one's one as well. So I'll definitely keep those, but I'm gonna ask my husband which one he's currently using to see, you know, which ones we want to keep. So that's gonna go in the basement. I won't show carrying that down because it'll just make it take way longer, but I am gonna go ahead and sort through this stuff. So let me pull that out and let's go ahead and do that. Actually, this is not as bad as I thought because this is all stuff that needs to go in my bathroom. Most of this is stuff for my husband uses, so I'm not really sure where to put these. He does use the closet in our laundry room for his tools, so that's probably what I'm gonna do, is just sort all of that back into here and then put it in there and then let him go the rest of the way through it. This is like putty tack for hanging stuff, and it's so much random construction stuff, so I'm gonna actually probably kind of just give this back to him and be like, hey babe, what do you want to do with this? And I'm sure he's gonna love me for that, but you know what? I'm doing all the rest of this, right?
Reaching out for sunbeams, grasping at the light, soaking in the warmth of peace beyond a fight. You have dreamt of walking, slowly taking time, figuring the knots out.
If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for being here and for watching and supporting my channel. I'm really having fun growing my little YouTube family. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and got some motivation to organize your home. Stay tuned to just another moment and you're going to see another shot of the before and after. Favorite organizational project that I've ever done. I splurged and bought some of the clear acrylic bins and it just turned out so nice, and I just love how it turned out. So I hope you guys enjoy this medicine cabinet organizational video.
Oh baby, baby, good at thinking out loud, but not too good at keeping promises.
So the first thing that I did was just remove everything from the shelves and then wipe the shelves down. I put all of the items on my island just so that I could kind of get everything out in one place and tell what all I had. Now, I do love that the containers for these shelves were closed containers. I feel like having a confined space for certain items is nice to know like what you can keep and what you need to get rid of. So like we have this small container, and once that's full, I either need to quit buying or get rid of some stuff if I bring new things in. Now I also had some clear open containers that I put on the top shelves that were for the taller items. So went through and threw out a lot of expired vitamins that I had on hand, and I also tossed the boxes to my children's medicine. A lot of their little small medicine bottles I still had inside of the cardboard boxes, and so taking those away helped to save some space for me as well. Now I also had a couple of items such as some Tums that came in like a dual pack, but they were both open and half empty, so I conserved some space by putting a few of those items together in one container. So when I did this project originally, it was kind of on my journey to be a little bit more minimal in my life. And I definitely just have learned over the years that I really enjoy less things, and instead of fighting against that, I finally decided to embrace that, and I've just found a lot of freedom in allowing myself to be who I am and just have less things. So I do have junk and clutter in my home, and this video was the start of me trying to minimize that last year, and I did a little bit, but I still have a lot more that I need to do in the kitchen that I'm definitely going to be doing this year going forward.
It's your own fault. Now toss the soul. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on. It's Ay, like you're feeling sorry. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry, 'cause you're not feeling sorry. Hey, hey, don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Oh, devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Shoulder, I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause
I hope you guys are finding this medicine cabinet organizational video motivating and it's inspiring you to get started on a project you've been avoiding around your house. Like I said, I have a lot more of these projects coming, so if you're not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss out on any of the great videos that I have coming up. So I did notice that the Metamucil powder and this calm powder that I had were both like expired back in 2018. And part of my minimalizing of my life is kind of realizing that we hold on to things out of guilt. Maybe it cost a lot of money, but really the money has already been spent. And I did mention this to you guys in my pantry video as well, but it's just something that I am constantly learning about myself, and something that the more I embrace it, the better I feel. I don't have guilt letting things go. Again, I do struggle with it from time to time, but the more I practice it, the easier I find that it becomes. So I also realized that I had mistakenly left out this entire container of painkillers like ibuprofen, Tylenol, all of that kind of stuff. And this little bucket here, the clear one, was filled with ear care and Neosporin. So I figured I could go ahead and move the antiseptic Neosporin type creams to where my band-aids were, and then put the ear care in the bathroom because that stuff is rarely used, and it made sense for the antibiotic creams to be with the band-aids.
my best to always be there, and I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. Ooh, I just don't know what to do if you go.
So I just want to show you guys how I go about doing my toy rotation. I used to have another channel where I talked about that, and we kind of have quit doing it because we pulled some toys down and didn't put any other toys in the rotation. So you guys are familiar with toy rotation. The way that it works is you actually take toys, instead of throwing them away or giving them away, take toys that you notice they haven't been playing with, and you put those up on like a shelf or in a storage closet, and you bring out new toys. So instead of buying new toys, you just rotate the toys your kids have. So it's kind of a way of having more of a minimalist approach to toys, but at the same time not having to get rid of all your kids' toys. So they can have as many toys as you want them to have, but they're not out all the time. My kids have a lot of these little junky toys that they do not ever play with. So I probably will be getting rid of some of them, but I'm going to start by sorting everything into like items. I know which items that they gravitate toward on a regular basis, so I'm going to leave those out, put the rest away, and then if they start asking for more things or they quit playing with the ones they have out already, that is when I'll choose to rotate the toys.
Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town, but there's something about you.
Your grace is my defense. Your kindness calls me friend. Your love will never end. You're good to me. You're good
good to me. Your word is always true. My hope is found in you. Each day your mercies know you're good to me. You're good to me. Oh Jesus, you are everything I need. You are my Savior and my King. You are the reason I believe. You are so good to me. You are so good to me. You are so good to me. There's purpose in your plans. There's peace I can't understand. There's healing in your hands. You're good to me. You're good to me. Oh Jesus, you are everything.
All right, so I went to take care of my kids and came back and moved the camera, and I've been sorting and did not hit record. So this is where we're at right now. This pile right here, I'm gonna go get a trash bag. And what I'm gonna do is there's gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna give to Goodwill that my kids just don't use, but another kid might can get use out of it. There are some things like these. These are probably not really sanitary to be reused because they're old teething toys that I'm gonna throw away. And then also I have a bunch of little tiny pieces that I don't even know what they go to that I'm gonna go through and probably just throw in recycle because this is all plastic. I have a whole set of things to use with Play-Doh. I'll give it to Goodwill. I have a bunch of these old Play-Doh containers that I'm just going to put in the recycle bin. So I'm gonna have a trash pile for the recycle bin and then a pile for Goodwill. That's what all this stuff is here. And then the rest of it, I'm just sorting like the play food, musical stuff, dinosaurs, other plastic toys, little puppy dogs and stuff like that, and cars. And then what I'm gonna do from each section, I'm gonna look at how many dinosaurs they have and probably take at least half of them to put in our rotation bin and just keep the ones that I know that they play with on a consistent basis out. And that's kind of how I'm handling this whole situation.
Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. You're my rising. You're my rising. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I want further in under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. You're
Every time I do this, the like week or two immediately following, they play so much better with less things. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's some kind of psychological thing or what, but they play so much better when they have less stuff around. I think possibly that kids just get overwhelmed. That's kind of my theory with it. Kids get overwhelmed when they have too much. And so a system like this is so helpful. So if you're overwhelmed with toy clutter, just too many toys in your house, you're not sure what to do, go ahead and do this. And then this may actually lead to you decluttering more. It usually does for us, at least a little, you know, we'll end up decluttering something after this process, but at least it helps you to kind of sort through like, what are they don't miss the toys altogether, you know, when you put them in storage, or what are they actually asking for that you didn't realize played with. So basically what it does is like, it helps you with the mom guilt if you have guilt about getting rid of your kids' toys. And the more that you do this, the more you'll realize that this is actually better for them, and it will kind of actually start to solidify in your mind that your kids actually do play better with less things. And that has been the case for us. Hopefully eventually one day we'll get to where, you know, we're a little better at it. I would love to be a little more minimalist with their toys, because I know they don't even play with a fraction of what they have, but because we have the space right now, I'm going with a little more lenient option. If you don't have a lot of space in your home, you may have to be a little more cutthroat with it. I hope this just gives you guys a starting point of like what you can do and options for you if you are feeling overwhelmed by the amount of toys that your children have.
You're such a bright star in the dark space, babe. It never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my, my, my. You got me like my, my, my. You got me like there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 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 'cause you got me like my, my, my. Like oh my God, don't let anyone hold you down just because you are shining way more than the other could. Oh, oh. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it, 'cause you know it's important. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me.
Okay, so I am keeping quite a few stuffed animals and dolls because this is what they play with the most of anything. These are lesser used ones that I'm going to put up in her closet for now to see if we're going to pull those back out for a later play, which they've never played with those since we got them for the most part. So we might end up getting rid of them, but they're going to go in rotation for now. I have all of these dinosaurs to go through. This is 2 whole buckets of dinosaurs and little small toys, but that's the second most played with items that they have. We have some cars. They don't ever play with them. I'm probably just going to keep them for now in this bucket because it's a rare day they play with those. But beyond that, we have a bucket for the musical stuff, which I'm going to pull all this stuff from up here. My husband bought them this for Christmas, but they don't play with it. What I'm going to do is take it out of the rotation, put it up in the closet until they're a little older, and then bring it back out and see if they're interested in it at that point. So that's kind of how I determine my stuff, is like, if they've never played with it since we got it, we've had it for 6 months or a year, it's like, okay, we either need to get rid of it or put it away till they're older or something. We do have a bunch of toys in here that go with this set. They played with it a lot when we very first bought it, probably for a couple of months, and they don't play with it anymore at all. So I'm going to put all of that in here, put it at the top of the shelf for toy rotation. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to take this and put a bunch of dinosaurs in a Ziploc that I want to put in toy rotation, and take both of those and put them up here in her closet for now. A lot of times when she sees things up there, then she wants to play with it. So that's how our toy rotation will work. Typically, she gets interest by it not being there. And you guys, if you try something like this, you'll notice your kids actually play better when they have less toys. I've noticed this with my girls. They're only 2 and 4. We've only done this a few times, but every time we've done this, it gets where I end up pulling something down, you know, from up there that they ask for. It doesn't get put back up. Nothing else gets rotated. And so that's when we end up with a mess like this again.
screaming out your name. Take me to a different place. Just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. 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 All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Be with you.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you got something out of it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you do a toy rotation with your kids and how you're enjoying it, or if you have another method of how you like to keep a hold of like kid toy clutter. Let us know in the comments below. I hope you'll subscribe if you are new here, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.